Okay, welcome back. S&S Pigskin Picks. We are doing our Week 7 NFL Lean Show. I am Pratty Sandhu, joined by Jeremiah Sheen. What's going on, Jer?
Hello. Just having a nice holiday pig day off. Not doing too much, just waiting for the game to start. Can't wait to see Buffalo get back on the high horse and get on their way to winning the AFC East.
Yeah. I mean, the last two first halves have been pretty shaky, so let's see what they come out with. And then the Jets have been just roller coaster all year, so it's going to be a very interesting game. But let's get into some leans here. Let's take a look at Week 7, Thursday night. Broncos are now favored by 1.5. I believe a couple injuries for the Saints, and that's moved the line. But also Patrick Surtain is out, so that's an issue as well. And what are your thoughts on that game?
One way or the other. Is Derek Carr, is he down for a little bit, or because even though they got Wallace,
so yeah, it's no oblique issue, so he's going to be out for.
Oh, okay. They put up some good points.
Yeah, Rashid Shaheed.
They really need this win. It's at home. Oh man, like they lost 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, they can't lose 5 in a row.
Olave has a concussion. Well, it's football. They can. Olave has a concussion. Rashid Shaheed did not practice today. He's got a knee issue. Tyrann Mathieu should play. Taysom Hill's questionable. He walked through today, so they're banged up. And Patrick Surtain is concussed, most likely not going to play. So both teams are banged up. I'm thinking of teasing up New Orleans past 7, whatever I can do. But that's about it for me in this game. Let's move on to the London game. It is Jacksonville's second home. They are -5.5 to New England. Probably the ugliest game on the board. What are your thoughts?
I love Jacksonville here. They're already there. They're waiting for a team that's coming over. Might be a little bit jet lagged, They're kind of set in a little bit, practice, probably feel good, really want this win after they got embarrassed. Want to show their, pseudo hometown fans, like, hey, like we can do something. And then I'm expecting a game like they had against Cleveland, where everything's just firing on all cylinders. I know ETN is injured, but I think they're going to do it against a hurting New England Patriots team. I know Drake May came out and had a party, but I just can't trust how many points he put up on a team that is just blowing you out of the water. It seems like some defenses, not all defenses, they'll kind of sit back on their heels a little bit if they know they're up by 3 scores, right? Why hurt themselves if, that being said, I think the Jaguars defense is I think they're going to come up with some good schemes to fool Drake May. And yeah, I think they will win. I really don't like the spread. Could be a close one, but I really like them to win. But I'll still take them -5.5.
Yeah, I think Travis Etienne is doubtful, and Jabril Peppers won't play for New England. And who else? Ramondre Stevenson didn't play last week. He should play this week, but who knows? So let's move on to the next game on the board. We got Cincy in Cleveland. Cincy's -5. What are your thoughts on this AFC North battle?
A divisional matchup, always closer than you think. The Bengals are coming off a little bit of a letdown, even though they won. They should have scored a lot more points, even though they're not in the win column too much. They're still top 5 in the points. Right. I like them. I like them to win. That spread is high, especially in a divisional game. But still, give me the Bengals minus.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would lean Browns in that game because it's kind of a funky number, but probably a game I'll stay away from. Just nothing really sticks to me. So let's move along to probably one of the games of the week. It's Minnesota hosting Detroit. -2 is Minnesota. Detroit's scored 40 points in 2 straight games, so they're red hot. Minnesota's well rested. What are your thoughts? What are you leaning?
Minnesota's at home, and in our equation, if when you're at home, you're supposed to be -3 just to start. So the Detroit, they are leaning Detroit just a little bit. They think that Detroit will probably squeak out a close one. I agree with them. I think I like Detroit and maybe a field goal game. Maybe it'll be a shootout, but I find somehow that both of these teams that have put up big points lately are gonna go hit the under, and
Right.
but it's gonna win a close one to knock Minnesota off the undefeated perch and maybe start establishing dominance in that division.
I mean, Detroit, if you're taking them, you're buying high on them, right? Because they just had 2 dominant weeks in a row. Minnesota has kind of not been heard of from in a week, so I would lean Minnesota, but not a strong lean for me. Let's move along to Green Bay, Houston. Any leans in this game?
It's really tough. Houston putting up the 40 burger on New England doesn't really tell me anything. Green Bay, somehow, I'm just down on Green Bay a lot. I don't really have much faith in them. I know that they look good in a lot of areas, but I just don't trust them from game to game. Give me Houston and the points.
Yeah. I'm leaning Green Bay in this game. Trying to get a -2.5 under a field goal. I think Houston, they're a really good team, but I think it's a bad spot for them. They're on the road. I think this is like their second or third week in a row on the road. And I think Green Bay stays hot at home, covers the spread. So I'm leaning towards Green Bay, but not at -3. So let's move along to Miami, Indy. Miami comes off a bye. Indy comes off a divisional victory. They're laying 3.5. What are you? Any lean for you?
The week off for any other team would speak dividends. Take them. Miami with the week off. Who knows? Did Huntley? He doesn't want to rest. He wants to keep playing. He just got in there, and maybe the other guys will be rested and want to take advantage of a semi-weak team in the Colts, but I just can't trust Miami. Give me the Colts.
Yeah. Well, the way I look at it is like I can't trust Anthony Richardson over a field goal right now, so I would lean Miami in that game. I think McDaniel probably had good time to scheme up a little plan. And Miami, I know they faced New England last time they played, and they looked somewhat decent. So I think the talent level is pretty similar. If Flacco plays, I won't be leaning Miami. As you know, I respect that old fuck. So let's move along to FC East divisional clash. Eagles -3 only to the Giants in New York. What do you think of that one? What's for belief?
The Eagles defense has not been performing up to their, pinnacle that they should be. The Giants are impressing. They're doing what they shouldn't be as well. They're doing better. At this point, give me the home dog. I just can't trust my Eagles right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough game to look at right now. So yeah, I don't really have too much
Neighbors is
opinion,
back. It is a Saquon semi-revenge game, but who's the revenge going to be? Is it going to be the Giants on revenge on Saquon for leaving, or Saquon for letting them go? I think someone, if anyone, the Giants would be more angry that he left. and Saquon going to a better situation. Well, right.
Right. Atlanta, Seattle. Atlanta's 2.5, -3 on some books. What are your thoughts?
I just can't trust Seattle. They're deep in a hole. Atlanta is kind of funky on their wins, but I like what I've seen out of them lately, and they're at home. I think they're going to continue to roll at home, and Seattle's going to continue to lose to the Atlanta Falcons.
Wow. I like Seattle plus the 3 in this game a lot. I think it's a perfect opportunity for them to bounce back. They'll have like 10 days off because they played last Thursday. And ATL has not looked that great. And I've already teased up Seattle. So, yeah, I like Seattle in that game quite a bit. Let's move along to Buffalo, Tennessee. Buffalo obviously hasn't played in week 6. They're laying 8.5. Tennessee is 1-4. But, yeah, it's been a shit show. So, what are your thoughts? 8.5 for Buffalo.
Oh, yeah, Buffalo. I don't like laying the 8.5, but give me Buffalo -8.5. I think they should win by at least 10, maybe a 24-14 or a 31-21 even, maybe a little shootout. Maybe Levis finally breaks out with Ridley or D-Hop and just get some points on the board, but it's too much. The Bills are going to continue. They're going to get back to rolling. They're going to score some points.
At home, they're a different beast. That's what I've noticed. Yeah. So
Josh Allen's going to throw for at least 2 touchdowns tonight.
But the only thing that I throw caution to is that all the spreads that have been over a touchdown this year have been like just killing it, just betting them blindly. Anything over a touchdown has been like 9-3 or some shit. So,
wow,
kind of buyer beware. So I'll probably stay away from that game. Let's take a look at Washington Commandos laying 7.5 to the Panthers. Your favorite team?
Yeah, the Panthers. They do seem to have the ability to throw 30 up on the board at any given time. But Washington, the last few weeks, they had a tough game in Baltimore against one of the best defenses in the league. And they still put up a decent amount of points, a respectable amount of points against that defense. So, yeah, I like the Commanders to win and cover. Yeah, get back to their winning ways. And then they got a huge game against Chicago. 2 rookie quarterbacks going at it. They're both doing pretty good. Chicago will be coming off a bye, though, so that will be very interesting.
This game is going to qualify as one of my ugly dogs, I believe. Panthers, I got them +8. I took them. I don't know why, but I just see them being competitive in this game. It's just over a touchdown. I think that's right up enough for them, and I think it'll be high scoring. The over/under is 52. So
they don't really have much to play for, even though it's early in the season. The Panthers, so if they can take down the mighty Washington Commanders,
I think it'll be a look ahead game, right? Because obviously playing Baltimore, that's like a huge game, and then this is kind of like who do we have in the schedule? Oh, these guys. Okay, we'll mop them up, and that's that, right? So Carolina over a touchdown, I like them. It's just a hunch, but let's move along to Raiders. Are getting 5.5 in LA. They'll be the home team. I think Rams are off a bye. Number looks a little high. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess they're just thinking that the Raiders are just not rolling, and the Rams, were they coming off a bye?
Yes. Rested, yeah.
Rested. So that's the like we said, the equation. Rams are at home, so start them at -3, and then they're coming off a bye. Yeah, give them another 2.5. Yeah, so that actually is accurate, but I had no faith in the Raiders, and I like
Raiders, so
Browns.
much instability, right? So much instability with the Raiders. So tough to take them right now. I think the number's high though. But I'll just stay away, I think. And let's move along to probably the game of the week, probably the game of the year. SF -1, -1.5 on some books, hosting Kansas City. Kansas City off a bye. Andy Reid off a bye is like 19-3. A lot of factors working both ways. SF, obviously the revenge factor, wanting to pick it up after a slow start.
This is going to be the most powerful revenge factor that you've ever seen. Minus the fact that San Francisco is coming off a loss. They're not looking good.
They did beat Seattle, right? They beat Seattle.
Sorry. They beat Seattle, but coming off a crushing loss to Arizona the week before, and Seattle's just not doing good. I think they beat them up pretty good. I know it was a divisional game and all, but I think the revenge factor is going to take over in this one, and the 49ers are going to find the win somehow.
Yeah, I'm leaning KC. It's not a strong lean. I don't know. Anytime I see plus points next to Patrick Mahomes, I just like an auto click. It's like a hamster in the wheel, right? Like I just see that. I'm like, oh, Patrick Mahomes plus points. So I know it's just even money, but small lean. And let's move along to the Jets in Pittsburgh. Paul Steelers laying 1.5, 2 on some books. Seems like a small line. Over under of 36.5. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's pretty simple. If the Jets pull out the win in Buffalo, I like them. If they continue to lose, if they lose in Buffalo, I don't like them. I like them to continue losing. I think the Jets are. It's not going to make any difference that they fired their coach. Sometimes it gives a team a boost. Just don't see it. I think they're going to continue to lose, and they're going to have to look at some serious realities with Aaron Rodgers.
I like how they match up against Pittsburgh.
I think they're looking for a nice draft pick. Well, there's a lot of juicy quarterbacks in this draft, about 5 of them that could start. So,
yeah, I mean, a little early for that, but I think Jets, they match up well against Pittsburgh. Both offenses aren't great. Both defenses are pretty strong, obviously. And obviously, Jets haven't played this week, but we'll see what they do. But still, it's a small line, I think, for a reason. It just seems a little too easy. Pittsburgh's 4-2, only laying 1.5. Like, just kind of seems like that's just easy money. But that's Sunday night. Let's move along to the doubleheader on Monday night. Big game, Ravens laying 3.5 in Tampa Bay. It was -4. It's down to 3.5. Fishy line to me. What do you think?
Yeah, the home dog is always a juicy pick. I know the road favorite is not a favorite of yours.
No.
Yeah,
not over Tampa a field goal. If it's a field goal or less, then yeah.
Good. But no, I think the Ravens are going to come out at least win by 4. So give me the Ravens -3.5.
I'm kind of leaning Ravens as well, even though I don't like laying over 3 on the road. It's just something off. Like Tampa has played pretty strong, minus just a little glitch against Atlanta and just that kind of one-off game against Denver. But Baltimore's, I mean, Derrick Henry, who can stop this guy right now? He's getting like 150 every week after that slow start, right? And obviously Lamar gets his 70, 80 yards every week. So strongest rushing attack in the NFL. Maybe Detroit has something to say about that. But yeah, let's move along to Chargers, Arizona. 2 West Coast teams. Chargers coming off a victory are laying only 2.5. I have teased up the Cardinals to 8.5. Don't think I'll play them straight up. What are your thoughts? Any leans on this one?
I know it's a Monday night game and they're at home. I just don't know if Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be out of concussion protocol. And, I had
Yeah.
Arizona ruined a 7 leg that I had. I was 6-1 on there, and I had Arizona plus 12, and they couldn't even keep it interesting in Green Bay. I got no faith in them whatsoever. I seen Kyler Murray sitting watching I watched the broadcast, sitting on the bench, all poor me. Give me the Chargers. Like Denver, and I like them to keep rolling. And prayers out to their coach. Little heart palpitations. So let's hope he's better for next week and there for Monday night.
I think it's a fishy line. I don't know why, but both lines are fishy to me. I don't know. You could have made Chargers -4 in this game, and I don't think anyone would have blinked an eye. So I think maybe they're expecting Cardinals defense to show up and Cardinals offense to keep it close. I don't know. Something seems off, but yeah, I'll take the +8.5, and I'll take +8.5 with Seattle. And
or maybe it's just the fact that the Chargers haven't really faced a top-notch defense. Well, they did face Pittsburgh, but
well, I mean, it's a matchup league, right? So like, we don't know how these, like, every matchup's different, right? Obviously, Chargers are more of a ball control team. Arizona's more of a splash play team. So maybe they're expecting, Arizona to get loose and keep it competitive that way. So, but yeah, that was our week 7 leans. I thought it was pretty cool, and we'll be back Wednesday for our best bets right around the corner, and we'll have our Monday night recap, obviously, the Jets and Buffalo. So we'll hit you up next time on S&S Pigskin Picks. Later.
Peace.